Welcome to another episode of What is Hashimoto's with Dr. Martin Rutherford. To find out more on any of our topics, or for information on scheduling a consultation with Dr. Rutherford, please visit us at whatishashimotos.com. And now, here's Dr. Rutherford.
So we're going to talk about Hashimoto's and lack of dietary diversity. And we're going to be speaking about lack of dietary diversity, specifically relative to vegetables. This is not new material, but it's not getting out there. And the data is probably 3, 4, 5 years old. And when I tell you what it is, you're going to understand why it's not getting out there. Because nobody wants to tell their patients to do this, I think. But we've had tremendous success with this. And so Hashimoto's. So Hashimoto's immune attack against your thyroid, and you're looking for all the triggers. And in first place, a good place to start is always diet. It's a lifestyle change. And if you miss elements of the diet that are exacerbating that person's immune responses, I don't even know how you go anywhere from there. And figuring that out's not easy. I mean, we use autoimmune paleo diets, we use SIBO diets, we use paleo diets, we use oral tolerance diets, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. We combine those with diets for ulcers and things of that nature. So diet's quite significant, and the aspect of food sensitivities is probably, to me, the most significant aspect of diet. Figuring that out, because think about it: if you're trying to dampen immune inflammation, and you're on Dr. Google, and you're trying the SIBO diet, but you're eating foods every day that are flaring up your immune response in your intestines, or you're on the leaky gut diet, or you're on the autoimmune paleo, whatever diet you're on. I mean, if you're flaring up immune inflammation every day by eating foods that you're sensitive to, and you don't know that because the response to that food isn't occurring until a few days later, you're going to be the person that comes in and says, I've tried everything, it works for 3 days, a week or two, and then it fails. So diet's huge. And this oral tolerance thing, this variety of foods is really proven to be important. In fact, we're helping cases right now that in the past we literally just couldn't help when we would miss this with a patient. And in fact, we're starting to implement this in some manner with almost everyone eventually. So what is it? So here's what it is. There was a study that was done a couple of years ago on the microbiome at Harvard, and basically they studied every microbiome on the planet. Every one microbiome is the 3 or 4 or 5 pounds of bacteria that's in your gut, and it should be balanced between, it's about 80-20, I think it is, 80% good, 20% bad. Yes, there should be bad stuff in there to kind of keep the good alert and working. And so this is the perfect balance, but they looked at every single country's microbiome. They took biopsies from people who volunteered and found that, and then they did indigenous tribes in addition to that. And there's one tribe that was a nomadic tribe, and this tribe ate 600 vegetables per year because that's what they did. They just wandered around for food and ate 600 vegetables. Make a long story short, they had the #1 best combination and best microbiome of anyone in the world, and the United States, as you probably expect, has the worst. So anyway, so the thing is what they saw was that these folks had such optimal physiology, neurological function, gut function, energy, just the whole thing. And it wasn't particularly about being a vegetarian. It wasn't about eating a lot of vegetables. It was about eating a large variety of vegetables. You eat like the same 7 or 8 vegetables all the time. and we all know what they are. They're going to be broccoli, and they're going to be cauliflower, and they're going to be potatoes, and they're going to be carrots, and have a hard time even thinking of all of them because we just keep even saying, maybe some of you eat asparagus a lot, things like that. But basically corn, and then of course a lot of these are the ones you're going, yeah, I don't eat them because I'm sensitive to them. Right, exactly, okay. So what they're finding is that by varying your vegetables, by eating 8 to 9 to 10 vegetables a day, and I know it sounds like a lot, that your microbiome, your personal microbiome, will become attuned to your physiology, and you will start getting the maximum benefit out of your gut. Now, this is kind of like the end line of the leaky gut and the don't eat gluten and the food sensitivities, because this microbiome will heal your gut. It will cause you to have a proper bacterial balance for you. Your Hashimoto's is massively influenced by food sensitivities, and it's massively influenced by leaky gut, and it's massively influenced by your immune system, your secretory IgA on the inside of your intestines flaring up. Food sensitivities, doing this diet, or this adjunct to your diet is why I hesitated there. This adjunct to your diet can literally change all that. And I'll give you an example. And this will dampen the immune response to your thyroid tremendously. I just got an email this morning. It is like the most amazing email I've ever gotten. There's a patient, and she's got Hashimoto's. This lady has not been able to eat for 40 years. For 40 years. She has not been able to eat anything. She's allergic to everything. She's been on a feeding tube for 40 years. And I just read it not 45 minutes ago, and she's like 4 weeks into this project, and it's called the Veggie Mash. We have people going out and buying massive amounts of vegetables, and then putting them in that food processor, and then creating these casserole dishes of different vegetables that are ground up, and then having them take a little bit of each, putting them in a teaspoonful. Sometimes we have to drip it in. Sometimes people can eat it more depending on the sensitivity. And this woman she's right now, I think it was about 12 or 14 foods that she's now able to eat. And she can see that it's getting more and better and better and better. So her whole digestive chain is getting better. She's now starting to not have food sensitivities. The letter, I almost get emotional because I told her, I don't even know if this will work for you. I said, it makes sense, but we can try it. If you're in, let's do it, and let's see what happens, and this is what's happening. So this is really a major, you're going to hear about this. It's online. There's people who have some stuff online about how to do it. We do it. We don't have anything online particularly specifically how to do it yet, and but changing your vegetables up, just even if you went to a rotation diet so that you weren't eating the same 20, 10, 12 foods every week, over and over. I eat this for lunch on Tuesday, and I eat this on Thursday, and I eat these 8 vegetables during the week, or 5 vegetables during the week, would change your physiology so much that it would dampen the inflammatory responses against your thyroid, and frankly would help to heal a lot of the things that have, for example, created your leaky gut, or help you to keep your leaky gut better after you've already done the online leaky gut set of supplements with the leaky gut diet and that type of stuff. So doing the variety of vegetables is a legitimate, if you see it anywhere else online, this is a legitimate new dietary regimen that, and I say legitimate because there's a lot of stuff out there, they're just All they are just variations on the themes of things that are out there so that they can write a new book or so they can sell you a new set of supplements or something like that. And they work. But the point is they never work quite like the original, and they don't work if, for example, you don't have your digestive system under control, or you don't have enough hydrochloric acid, or if you're stressed, or these types of things that always come back. This thing starts to fix the things that are stopping you from getting better with these other dietary regimens. So this we call it a veggie mash that we put together. We're starting to have people drip it in after we get their baseline diet figured out, after we get their food sensitivities out. If they have massive food sensitivities, we just start out with this. And it has been a game changer for us. And those of you who need this the most, you're the ones who struggle with histamine responses, and you've been diagnosed with histamine problems, and you're the ones who are probably going to benefit the most as far as seeing your symptoms change. But the rest of you, it's going to be much more subtle. It'll dampen your thyroid and then the immune response against your thyroid, and then you'll see a lot of other positive benefits from that. It really cleans up a case much quicker, and it gives the practitioner a lot less things to have to deal with once that digestive chain and your microbiome become under control. So that's a big one. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard anything about it. Let me know if you've tried it and if it's been successful for you. It's one of those things that's still ongoing in the understanding of what all of the benefits it can accrue. So if you're doing it and you have a lot of benefits, if you have anything that's more than that, the email that I just got talking about, let me know. I don't imagine that you could, but it could be that dramatic for you and your autoimmune problems. Yeah. All right, that's it for today. I'll try to come up with something interesting for my next presentation.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of What is Hashimoto's? To find out more on any of our topics, or for information on scheduling a consultation with Dr. Rutherford, please visit us at whatishashimotos.com.